This plant is as hot as a chili, and it's native to the UK, and you've never heard of it. Not only that, it's been used for things like bleeding and hemorrhoids. It's even an insect repellent. But why haven't you heard of it? Well, you will have heard of it now, because it has a powerful name, a strong name, a better name than chili, a name which strikes fear into the underpants of ancient Britons. Meet R-Smart, the British chili. Is it really called R-Smart? Yes, you heard that right. R-Smart literally kind of translates as a burning sensation. Anybody who eats chili and spicy things knows all about that.
Not to be confused with smart arse, which are the sad bastards that like to write negative comments on your reels because they've got no life, they don't even have a proper username, they probably still live with their mother. Now, whilst R-Smart does actually mean a burning sensation, arse is the old English word for buttocks. It doesn't take a massive leap of the imagination to know what's going on here. I'm not actually sure whether the ancient Britons wore underpants, which I suppose kind of makes it worse.
It's more commonly known as water pepper. So how hot is it? I mean, can it be measured on the Scoville scale? Well, no, because it's not actually a chili. It tastes like chili, but it isn't. And it doesn't contain capsaicin, which is basically what the Scoville scale measures. It contains something called polygodial, which is basically tastes exactly the same. It's got the same sort of hit, but it's a totally different substance. Heat-wise, it's about the same heat as a medium chili. I mean, this is dried, so it's not quite as hot as it was. But you still quickly get that peppery hit. When you eat it fresh, it's much hotter, so it's much better to eat this stuff fresh, straight into a salad, something like that, and it is a fantastic chili hit. So what about medicinal uses? Well, ironically, for something which is a spicy food, it was often used for things like diarrhea.
Now, I have to question that, because I don't know about you, but the last thing I'm going to eat is a bloody chili when I'm trying to get rid of diarrhea. If I want to get diarrhea, then maybe.
Also used for blood conditions, digestion, hemorrhoids, as I say, an antiseptic. Some people used to use it to try and get blood circulation going, and it is an antibacterial, an antimicrobial, and an insect repellent. I mean, there's a lot going on there. How do you identify it? Relatively easily. It's got these long, thin leaves and this reddish stem, and when it goes into seed, it has these little white seeds which also have that lovely peppery hit. Could you confuse it with anything? Possibly something like lady's thumb, which is from the same family, or young hoary willow herb or something which will grow in the same area, but soon it becomes a much bigger plant, but they've got a similar shaped leaf. And where'd you find it? Basically watery areas, muddy areas, ditches, that kind of thing. Generally not in a swamp, but sort of on the edge of ditches and stuff like that, where you find it where there's plenty of water in the soil.
Was it sacred to the Druids? Well, of course it was. Pretty much every plant was sacred to the Druids. I mean, I'm not suggesting they were having burrito nights in Stonehenge, but they may have done.
What I love about this plant is it's genuinely hot and spicy, and it's from the UK. And this idea dispels the myth that British food has always been bland and not spicy. So perhaps the reason that curry and chili is so popular in the UK is just a natural progression for something they were eating already. Controversial, I know. And on that note, have a wonderful day.